Hi, Capricorns. Welcome to Adik Tarot, the beginning of the truth. Let's talk about the stages of change and the energies you may be experiencing going into the new year of 2020. Now, this message is for Capricorns. Anyone with Capricorn in their chart, guided to my channel, and cross watchers as well. Keep in mind, this is a general message and it may not resonate with everyone. This message intent is strictly for guidance. So, okay, Capricorn, let's get into your energies. To begin, I'm going to start off with some messages of guidance from the Art Through the Eyes of the Soul Oracle deck. And your first message of guidance is from the portrait of the shaman's celestial journey. And it's asking you to climb the spiritual ladder one step at a time. So, within these changes that you may be experiencing going into the new year of 2020, Capricorn, it's all about the journey into, yourself and your true, in connecting to your spirit. And again, the guidance in this portrait, climb the spiritual ladder, climb the spiral ladder one step at a time. And that could be connecting again to your spirituality, connecting back to your soul, connecting to your wisdom, connecting to your higher self, connecting to your inner child. And it's like relearning yourself and, what's important to you and your true identity. And, sometimes it could be, scary, yet, you don't have to force yourself to do this immediately. Every change and process, it does take time, so climb the spiral steps or climb the spiral ladder, Capricorn, one step at a time. Tap back into your wisdom, tapping back into your soul. So, for expanded meaning, I'm going to refer to the book on the portrait of the shaman's celestial journey. There is no direct route to enlightenment. The cycles must be experienced and internalized one at a time. The shaman's celestial journey takes place in Suriname. It is about the stages of preparation a boy must go through to become a shaman of his tribe. Many are trained, but few pass the initiations. The purpose of the vision quest is to be able to speak with the spirits and return with the information is needed for the tribe. First, a sacred space must be created. The master teacher will then appear and instruct him about the spirit world. He climbs up the spiral ladder into the sky, going higher and higher as his mastery progresses. When his psychic ability is acute and developed enough, the grandfather vulture will act as an intermediary for the great grandfather spirit or creator. Spirals were often used in temples of the ancestors in many ancient cultures as teaching tools representing the spirit world. In recent times, they have been found to be useful in going in and out of a lucid dream. So, in connecting back to your higher self, in, just connecting to yourself through the growth process. And, sometimes we have to look back at where we've been in order to know, and see the change in where we're going. And in the process of this change, Capricorn, it's important for you, to be patient through the process and, climb that spiral ladder again, that knowledge, that wisdom, that understanding of yourself one step at a time. And it's about taking that opportunity because many of us ignore, you know, our true needs and the understanding, the need to connect to our true self, could connect back to our spirit, that inner child with us, tap into the wisdom that we've acquired up and, throughout our years and apply it. So one step at a time. Your next card of guidance, Capricorn, is the portrait of Ocean's Prayer. Rebirth the earth, start anew, and begin. So this could be when it comes to, your emotions, Capricorn. With the dolphins, it's all about, your prosperity. It's all about, you know, being able to live that life that you desire. It's all about understanding the importance of kindness to yourself. It's also knowing about your abilities within yourself and knowing that you are a very unique and, beautiful creature, Capricorn, and you can start anew and begin again, you know? And especially when we connect with ourselves and we connect with our soul and we move in our truth of who we are and our truth of what we want and not worrying about what others think of us and being able to live in our higher power. So, for the expanded meaning on the ocean's prayer, rebirth the earth, start anew in this portrait, the expanded meaning states find the situation in your life that needs attention and clean it up. Start over and go forward with a new set of priorities. Oshina is the water goddess who was lonely and began to sing creatures into existence with sound and vibration. She is now concerned with the condition of her realm upon the earth. She is once again singing her song, but now to us, to clean up and renew the sea so that it is once again habitable for all her precious sea beings. Does mankind hear her? When I was first sonored by fungi, the dolphin in Dingo Bay in Ireland, I felt such euphoria from this highly evolved method of communication that, like many others, I was forever changed by the experience. So, yes, dolphins also signify rebirth. So, in this stage of change that you may find yourself going into the new year of 2020, Capricorn, whatever situation that you're in, it needs to be changed. The habitat needs to be cleaned up in your surroundings. So, I want to give you a suggestion with this guidance, Capricorn, clean your home. Not saying that, anyone is dirty, but, dust every area, get out that energy from 2019 or any prior years. Sage your home, light the incense, you know, purify your surroundings, Capricorn, and start anew. Take time to yourself to meditate. Take that time to just be alone and take those deep breaths to yourself, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Relax yourself and understand what in your environment needs to change. Look at your environment for what it is and see what changes that you want or that you need to take place at this time. Start anew and you're able to begin again. I always think about this, how every morning we wake up, we have a new opportunity to get it right. Our present is a gift to us, and it's not about staying stuck in the past and, you know, or staying stuck in a situation that's not good for us. We can change our current circumstances if we apply ourselves and we recognize that we want that change. So, Capricorn, then this guidance, it's time to connect back into, what's important to you. It's time to, connect back to your spirit, connect back to your soul, your inner child, and look at your surroundings for what it is and understand what needs to be changed at this time. And you know that you don't have to end a situation, but you can rebirth a situation and start anew. Purify your surroundings. You can begin again in that right way. So, when it comes to your spread and the stages of change and the energies that you may be experiencing going into the year of 2020, so what is over and what is done with at this time, Capricorn? We have the card of the Nine of Wands. So, what is over and done with it is the energies of having to defend yourself, the energies of, feeling like, you have to protect yourself, maybe defensive in every situation. And every situation may not need that energy of defense. And it's important, to know that you may have been hurt by certain people, you may have been hurt by certain circumstances. And everyone is not out to hurt you, Capricorn. Everyone is not out to, try and take from you. And you may, just not want to even deal with situation when it comes to that of what you are passionate about or people, because you may feel that, everyone is going to hurt you. But you're reaching the end of this energy. Like I said, this is over and done with the Nine of Wands, where you feel like you have to protect yourself and you're guarding yourself. And what's over, but the effects are still lingering on. You may have the energies of the Aries, Taurus, you may be dealing with a Taurus, Aries, Sagittarius, or a Leo. And the energies of the Knight of Wands that is over, but they still affect, the effects of it is lingering on, is the energies of, swooping in on the scene, you know, going in with a venture, having to be here, be there, be around this person, be around that one, be in a mix, finding new opportunities, having fun, getting out of, going here, going there, making yourself seen. That energy is lingering, kind of might even be in a playboy or playgirl, just in it and having to just be again on the scene. That energy is over. but there's still some effects of that Knight of Wands energy that's still lingering on. And with the energy of the Knight of Wands, that energy is not grounded. That energy flies in with passion, excitement. Then once it's done what is needed to see, is flying out to the next. So that ungrounded energy is over with, but the effects of it is still lingering on. And where you're headed right now, Capricorn, we have the card of the Hermit. So you're headed towards some solitude. You can have Virgo in your chart. You can also be dealing with a Virgo with the Hermit. But you're headed to that look within yourself for the answers. You're headed to the that inner guidance. You're headed to seek enlightenment on within yourself, Capricorn. And you're trying to find the answers to, what causes the reactions in ways, and why, is this way, and what you're heading to by finding the answers. And that's in connecting to your higher self, connecting to your inner child as well, Capricorn, and understanding, by connecting to yourself and looking within for the answers and not looking outside of yourself for the answers, that is going to help you within this change and assist you in connecting to that light that is definitely needed, connecting back into that light that is inside of you. So what you expect? You expect for your wishes to be filled with the Nine of Cups, and you will get what you expect, especially when you come from that optimism, Capricorn, and you know that once you put your mind to anything, you can have all that you achieve. And that is by believing in yourself and understanding that you're ready for a new beginning. You're ready to end the old cycle. You're ready to start anew and be born into, who you truly, who you truly want to be, the things that you truly, want in this life, and know that you can have that happiness. But you also have to believe, Capricorn, and you have to, let go of the old way of thinking that, you always have to, guard yourself, and feeling like you need to guard yourself. And what you're supposed to learn within these changes, Capricorn, we have the card of the Two of Swords. You're supposed to learn within these energies how to make a decision. You're supposed to learn how to get out of your head thinking the worst. You're supposed to learn that the time that you choose not to make a decision about a situation is some, precious time that you could be losing. And understand that time waits for no one as well, Capricorn. And yeah, basically time waits on no one. You have to make the best decision for yourself, even if you don't like the outcome, but you have to be confident in the choices that you make for yourself and trust in yourself in the choices. Or if you choose not to make a choice, Capricorn, then you're going to stay stuck in this cycle. So I'm going to refer to my Crystal Tarot deck. Crystal Power Tarot deck, Capricorn, bear with me. To clarify the spread, so Capricorn, right now, within these energies, Going into 2020, know that you are being guided towards your inner child. You're being guided towards your spirit, your higher self. You're being guided to connect to the wisdom of yourself right now. You're being guided in order to bring new life back into your situation. And through this process that you're in, this process of change, it's important for you to find balance. Excuse me, Capricorn. Let's get some water. It's important for you to have balance. Having the knowledge of yourself at this time. Have balance knowing the importance of who you are and, your stability, knowing the importance of you being free in who you are, and knowing that, you know, with the changes and challenges and conflicts that you might deal with, it's important to stay calm through the process. Okay? Be calm with yourself. Take that time to yourself. Take some moments alone to ground yourself. Take those deep breaths in, Capricorn. Anytime that you are able to be alone, breathe in and breathe out. Find clarity through calming yourself and not reacting. And that's part of loving yourself, Capricorn. That's part of connecting to your higher self as well. So when it comes to these energies of change, it's all about, making the decision on how you want your future to be or where you want your future to go. And it's important to focus on what you want to make it happen right now. You don't want to focus on the who, what, where, why, or if, or you don't want to focus on, I'm not going to focus on this shit. I'm not going to deal with it right now. You want to focus on what you want and make it happen at this time. If you want a change in your situation, you can start anew right now. And this is what your situation with work. This is your situation with family. This is your situation in your relationship. Focus on what you want and make it happen at this time, Capricorn. It's no more time for delay or to wait. When it comes to this energy of having to protect yourself from feeling like you got to defend yourself from the ones that you love, it's important for you to remember and treasure, the times where you were involved in these relationships where you were able to be happy, and understand, and at that time what you needed to be happy was balance. It's an even give and take between one and another, where you guys can have that happiness. So when it comes to feeling like you have to protect yourself or defend yourself from your family, those you work with, those that you love, or what have you, or that of which you love, remember and treasure the happiness that you have experienced, Capricorn, knowing that you can experience it again. And understand in that time when you were able to enjoy and, remember these and treasure these past experiences, there was balance in the situation. You were balanced in your emotions as well. And that is most important, the understanding of the balance, the understanding of the equal give and take in any situation, in any relationship, in order for it to be successful. So when it comes to the energies of the Knight of Wands, that swooping in on the scene and, being in, finding what's going on here, what's going on there, or what have you, that energy is ending. But the point that's lingering off from it is there's a new cycle that's about to begin. And instead of running out there trying to go and create what you think is, best for everyone involved, or what you think you should be doing, it's important for you, again, take time to yourself to understand that of what is definitely important for you. And it's time for you to trust in what the universe is going to bring you, instead of trying to go and searching for that just a good time and a good, dashing in and dashing out. It's about being trusting in the changes, trusting in the cycles, and trusting in yourself as well. Capricorn. So when it comes to where you're headed, and headed to the Virgo, you can have, again, Virgo in your chart. You could be dealing with a Virgo, as well as a Leo. We have the water signs. Capricorn, could be dealing with another Capricorn. Or we have Pisces, Scorpio. Well, we have all the signs right now, except the earth signs. Oh, except for Virgo. We have Virgo here, Capricorn. So what you expect the nine, I'm sorry, let's go back to where you're heading towards this Virgo, towards, if you have Virgo in your chart, you're headed towards that solitude to find the answers within yourself. And when you go look within, and you look within to your soul, you look into your spirit, you look into the spirit and your light, you are going to see the sun. By you, the answers that you need right now, Capricorn, are not outside of you. The answers are inside of you. And when you take that time to yourself, seeking that inner child, seeking, that guidance and how to start this new situation, you're going to be enlightened by your soul, by the spirit, the higher spirit, the universe, where you can be optimistic and appreciate all that you do have. And you're able to see the beauty that you have right there, Capricorn. And what you expect, you expect your wishes to be fulfilled. And you're going to have that of what you expect in this new cycle, as long as you understand the lessons to obtain from the changes that you've been through, the conflicts that you've been through, and the challenges that we go through, and be willing to, learn and be willing to still love and grow through the changes, through the conflicts, through the challenges. So it's about, working, it's about loving, it's about learning, Capricorn. It's about refining that power that's inside of you in order to overcome the changes and the challenges and the conflicts that we go through in our experiences. And when it comes to what you have to learn, Capricorn, it's about learning to trust in, who you are, learning to, trust in your decisions, and learning to know that it's never too late, that you are as young as you choose to feel, that, when you make these decisions, you trust that, that you made the best decision, and you trust in the outcome of that, and you trust in your decisions and your outcomes, like, from your inner child and believing in them. And it's not about thinking the worst about a situation, Capricorn. It's about thinking about the best case scenario. Focus on what you want and make it happen. So you don't have to defend yourself from the ones you love, those that you love. That is reaching an end. There's a new cycle that's occurring right now, Capricorn. And during this new cycle, it's time to ground yourself. It's time to connect to your true self, your inner self. It's time to connect to your higher self and ground yourself and know that and trust in the universe bringing you whatever you need. And where you're headed to your higher self. You're headed to your inner self. You're headed to times where you have to be in solitude to connect and find the answers that's inside of you. Again, Capricorn, the answers are not outside of you. You cannot really look for anyone outside of you for the answers. They're within you. And it's time for you to look within. Take your time. Be patient with yourself. Climb the spiral ladder one step at a time to your wisdom, and you will connect with your higher self. Just be patient and trust because you're being guided through this process. And it's important for you to expect for your wishes to be fulfilled. It's important for you to be willing to learn and grow through this process, understanding love, understanding a love for yourself, understanding a love for your partner, understanding the love for your family. And what you would learn again is to trust in your decisions. And when you make a decision, you trust in the outcome of that decision. You stand strong in it as a little child that you did. And you do everything with love, loving yourself, and enjoying yourself through the process. So I'm going to end this spread with some guidance or advice for you during this energy. And our first card is about light, and it's about your hope. So, Capricorn, you're going through tests right now, okay? And it's important for you to keep your faith and tap back into your faith, Capricorn. Tap back into, your optimism, your belief in yourself, your courage. Tap back into your confidence. Tap back into, that love in your heart of yourself. Because, it's not, it's a choice that we have in our life. We were all given that free will. So are you going to choose to think the best and have hope for your circumstance, hope for your situation, or are you going to stay down in the dumps? And that's going to be how you choose to live your life out. You have to make a choice. We have choices on the things that we want to think about. There's a choice to think optimistically and think the best. Then there's that choice that you have to think that everything is always going to be, the worst. And that choice is yours, Capricorn. Can't nobody make that choice for you. And you must have hope, Capricorn. You have to be able to build on your abilities, build on that light inside of you, and destroy any of the negativity that's been holding you down and that's keeping you away from achieving and connecting to your higher self. So the card of guidance is and advice is to have hope, Capricorn, during this change that you're experiencing at this time. Keep your hope. This is a card that focuses on the qualities of hope, faith, healing, aspirations, success, and finally, enlightenment. When this card appears, know that a special wish you've made may be fulfilled in time. The Hope card will help show you that the impossible can indeed become the possible. The force that works through your soul, determining what's possible and the difference between success over failure, and above all, who we are, is the power of your belief. This card serves as a reminder to use your natural ability of intuition, the language of the soul, as you reach for your goals and desires. The future can be yours when you have hope and trust in everything you do. Soon others will be attracted and drawn to your inner light. Learn to share your experiences and lessons, for those around you will also realize that by having faith and pushing forward where one may have felt no hope at all is the key to success. Above all, maintaining a positive attitude starting right now, this very minute, will allow your soul to soar. You'll discover an opportunity to shine as you reach for the stars. So, you may have an Aquarius in your life, you may have Aquarius in your chart, but knowing that you are a star, Capricorn, that you shine bright. So believe in that light that's inside of you. Don't lose hope and faith and confidence in yourself during these changes going into this new cycle. And our final card of advice is the light, Capricorn. And that's having knowledge of the end of lower thoughts, lower energies, no hope for the future. This is the end of that. You have the opportunity again for rebirth, to start anew. This is the opportunity to begin again in these changes going into this new 2020, Capricorn. All right? It's about your knowledge of yourself and knowing that you are a light. You are that light, Capricorn. Excuse me. And this final card for guidance for the light and advice. This card reassures you that this is your time to be in the light. No matter what's happening around you, prosperity and bliss are promised. The qualities of this brilliant card are pleasure, happiness, contentment, growth, success, joy, and illumination. The light always brings forth new birth, a constant renewal of life. This is one of the best, if not the most positive cards in the deck, and it's yours. This is now your moment to shine. The radiance from within will be there for all to see. As people become attracted to the rays of your spiritual light, and by being compassionate, generous, inspiring, and a leader, many will benefit as they feel the warmth emanating from you. Be discerning, but also be open to whatever or whomever you're attracting, for your rays reach far and wide. The light card reminds you that the light card reminds you that because of its power, nothing remains in the dark. Through its illumination, truths and certain paths before you begin to emerge and can be surely seen. Excuse me. Using the energy of positive thought and continually thinking about the happiest and most joyful of memories will light the path before you even more brightly and attract exactly what you're emanating. Keep on shining. Stay optimistic, Capricorn. Know that you are the light. Know that you are a star. So, Capricorn, again, this is Adik Tarot, the beginning of the truth. I thank you for your time.